What I've been ever since I was born at the commencement. I adorn squash, beans, and corn. Lots of strings and horns. Over the beat, swing of a one. Outdrum the outcome, the child. Atlet is back in action, fact not fashion. Most y'all internet has-beens, more like commercials with whack acting. From commercial to action, I'm laughing back up to laughing. I spit man, God, civilization, John G. Jackson, like a Gatling, the last dragon. Cosmic memory of an Atlantean. E3 technology is who I am in skin. Walking the landmass is Atlas. Some say I'm batshit crazy, but that's the masses for you. Can you blame the people? Most been trained to be feeble, tame sheeple by the evil who means to keep you cashless in the fastest society. Where the vax and the mass are the blame for the dying spree. You the root race, they medieval. Eat the cheap food they feed you or read through these fools. Restorer or rebel. Can't play God unless acquainted with the devil. Polarity you choose, acquainted with its level. Frequency, distance is an illusion. So please unveil the confusion. Look beyond the shadow of the late, a hollow year. See the far and distant lands where tomorrow appears. Put it in perspective. Decision of each being the latest, most accurate vision of peace, where each one teach one to reach one, freeze one from under the trees of the stump of the impeached one. Remember, all skin folk are not kinfolk. While I hold a sword in my left hand, I write a pen to pen quotes. Word to see Lord L. I'ma be more hell to these foreigners till they leave our air, land, and seashore and sell their asses right back across that agua. Screw y'all's dishonorable dogma. Something proper with no lube. The past 25 years I've been the son of solitude. The oil that fused my chakras is cruel. Love my people towards the evils. I'm heartless and rude. Firstborn of Inkle, the dawn of the twinkle. Twinkle little star, I got bright and I could think too. I blink through a wrinkle in time. Rip Van Winkle and rhyme. And my shit stink too. To link you to source, yes, you rather have AI sink you. I not only know the ledge, I'm on the brink too. They wanna extinct you, your essence is viable. Crimes against humanity, your oppressors liable. They try to write on my recital, yet my presence vital as the session's title. Welcome to the seventh cycle. The heart of man is as the sun. The reception order for the divine ray of spiritual intuition descended unto man. The brain of man is as the moon, the source of human intellect. The body of man is the earthly vehicle. Let the sun impregnate the moon, or let the spiritual fire prompt the human intellect. And let the result fructify in the womb of a purified body. And you will develop the son of the sun, the quintessence, the stone of the wise, true wisdom, and perfect happiness. I teach you up.
I ain't above y'all.
The human heart cries out for help. The human soul implores us for deliverance. But we do not hear their cries, for we neither hear nor understand. But the man who hears and understands we call crazy and flee from him. This is a call to my ancestors. Rid the land of damn settlers. Turn our signs to hand gestures. Whether we feeling the man's pressure. Some store each clan better. Plant and a devil to stand the weather. It's a must we band together. Put that on Abraham and Esther. From Castilians to conquistadors. Iberians to traitorous Moors. Didn't arrive as friends to us, whether as slavers, invaders, or disguised traders. Missionaries, Islamic Christians with dictionaries. No mutual goal to coexist. Those warships in our tributaries. Military tactics to test shores. Foreigners have no respect for treaties and oath. Why expect more from those sworn to conquest except war? They didn't bring women during the invasions. The minds were on rape, miscegenations, the spread of mis and disinformation, which manufactured the miseducation of the soul. Carter G. Washington, Robert Taylor Holmes, Marcy and Brooklyn, projects and hoods where we were pushed in Cali to Florida. Hardly cushion. It's like the terrorists, never ending shipment of American Indians from Belize to the Caribbean. Gives I shot this sheriff meaning. Shut my field can be read, no book. Flows in my veins were prepared with no hook. Behind the back pass with flair, no look. This beef is rare, get fed, no cook.
Hey, John, what's up, beloved? Don't I just got the notification. Don't share it in there.
Religious rights.
I already said I'm about to go.
Check the annals. I bring heat this
don't even bother, bro.
Feel free to critique this canonical.
You know how you kill egos and all that other stuff? Unless they're busy. You kill egos by letting them stoop in their own shit. Stop.
Big muscle drip up to tussle.
No swearing.
Big brother and his clique.
No
Put that on Abraham and Esther. It's a must. We band together. Plant and the devil to stand the weather. Sound strong, each clan better. Whether we feeling the man's pressure. Turn our signs to hand gestures. Rid the land of damn settlers. This is a call to my ancestors.
Yeah, I don't want to be forever on here because I got to run out and then I'm gonna come back and we're gonna read. Read about 5 o'clock. I wanted to read twice today, but it's not gonna happen. Anyway, I had to make a new appointment. I wanted to sit in the sun. I was out here exercising, get my little chest, get my wrists, you know, because it swells up. A lot of y'all don't know my wrist swells up every morning. It's been doing it for like 20 years from my accident with the 1,000-pound bomb. And I don't say nothing, you know, I got the surgical, I wrap it, but there's no secrets. You dig what I'm saying? You know, both of my big toes don't have no cartilage. And it's all related, military related. There's no way around it. I didn't bang my feet from gymnastics and breakdancing. No, it's, yeah, you walk around on steel and you trip and fall and knee knockers and you're young and they just tell you take a Motrin, you're fine, and they lie and they want to break you down. You know what I mean? It's about breaking you down, and that is how this system was created. And then you go and you fight and fight for what? You know, World War II, they would get 100, 200%, and they would get the cash. Came around to us, the Vietnam era after that, because brothers and sisters started fighting back, you could only get up to 100%, even though I'm over 100% service connected. I'm like 150 or 60%. That would probably be like, what, 9,000 a month? 6,000, 7,000? I mean, 7,000, no, it'd be more than that, because I would pay about 8,000 a month. 9,000 a month, which would do more than that. But I was over in our brother Kira Mills live. I love the brother, man. That's bloodline, you know what I'm saying? Regardless of what people want to think. And it's refreshing to hear him come on and talk to the people, and then the trolls and the goujars or whatever you want to call them come. It's like they do it, and they're not gaining anything. People don't care about them no more. People, the last thing people care about, you know. And I commented a few times because I get tired of seeing the insolence, but I didn't say anything out of, you know, I just says, come on, stop the nonsense, you know, Gujar, call them for what they are. There's other terms, we're not there yet, but Gujar is good enough, you know. When you have these gypsies, these individuals who were shunned. Now, is everybody from here? They may believe in their own lies, but no. And that's why it's paramount and it's important that you know these things. And yes, they're from here and not. We're from here and we're not. I want to read something. A lot of y'all know I don't do a whole lot of Bible talk and everything. Yet, in all facets of life, in every article, every news clipping, every that I've come across, every book that I utilize, there's always some phenomenal information. And a lot of y'all know I utilize this ever since a certain movie came out, but I just wanted to read this, and this is from Genesis 3. Okay, I don't like saying that King James version because you know what King James version, you know what version mean? Okay, so when it says King James and they believe that to be the original, that shows you that King James, it wasn't the original. It is not his. It didn't belong to him. Okay, yet it was part of his life because he was one of us, and you know they had to do what's called the whitewash, and most people are starting to come around, and even after me staying in the military, and me and my brothers over there in Essenberg, I was like, yo, he was well, in ignorance. We were like, oh man, he was black. It had to be Americans come here and know this, but you come back over here because of this fake white superiority and these little goofy these woods, these they believe that they have actually solidified themselves and conquered something. They haven't conquered nothing. Okay. But I wanted to read this to you. And I'm not going to get into what the Lord saith to the woman and all that. And I just want to go ahead and read right from here. In 17, okay? And then to Adam he said, because you have heeded the voice of your wife, and have eaten from the tree of which I commanded ye, saying, you shall not eat of it. Now, most of y'all know, and I'm going to read in Flatlanders and a few other books, you know that the tree of life has absolutely nothing to do with what they've created in Hollywood and everything else. A tree with a pomegranate, an apple. The tree is your spine. The knowledge is to ascertain something to go against order. So to do something out of order, contextually, okay, based upon the Christ fluid, which all things were already known. There was no need to enlighten or bring things, because it was known what to do and what not to do, but a reminder was always given. So, in lieu of that, cursed is the ground for your sake. In toil you shall eat of it. And all the day, because they didn't eat anything, didn't have to eat, shall eat of it all the days of your life. Both thorns and thistles it shall bring forth for you. And you shall eat the herb of the field. In the sweat of your face you shall eat bread till you return to the ground. For out of it you were taken, and for dust you are, and to dust you shall return. It didn't say chicken, hot dogs, chicken legs, and chicken wings, and steak. That's why I made it paramount not to eat. No, I'm not eating that stuff no more. I'm a chef, and I could cook it for y'all, but I think when y'all show up, we're going to partake, and we're going to share all the way around in some of the finest juices. Find a fresh mark. If we got to go to Flagstaff, there's fresh mark over there. Pick our fruits and vegetables, and we're going to come back and we're going to have a great time. Stop and look at some great sights. Look at a pyramid. I know it is. That's what I'm talking about, living and breathing. And it was a breath of light to see Kiramil doing that. Anytime I see any one of those guys, the ones who are really, it's not to denote anybody, because, you know, everybody's a vehicle. But I love to see the ones who I've grounded myself with, who I find very important to the realization and the seriousness of what is going on. Because, see, the enemy doesn't care about anything. I made a statement, and I had somebody from New York hit me up and says, man, I ain't never thought about it like that. Remember when I said 87 to even 90% of those people are converts, and they're not us. And let me tell you something. The enemy, the so-called corporations or the military-industrial complex, it's all one and the same. They know them people ain't Israel. They're not Israel, because it's not a place. They know those are not the real Jews, per se. They're very aware of it, what they've done and what they've accomplished. What's pressing is what's our reacquainting ourselves with our truth. There's no awakening. It's always within you. It's whether you want to accept it and deal with the realization of this truth. Because they've done a hectified job making sure that there's not one bird, but millions of birds. Information that will keep you running in a circle and a gambit. And religion will be the docket to destroy, because there are many who cannot let go. And you see it. I see it every day. I go on Facebook just to say hi and see who's on there. And boy, there's people with Jesus and TD Jake speaking and Ortho Winther. Oh man, it's just all over the place. And I say to myself, do I have to be another awakening and say, well, y'all listen to all these people. Why is it that you're having a hard time acquiescing this information and saying it to yourself? See, when people are outside themselves, how can they find themselves? So again, ergo, touche. The enemy has done a magnificent job. I have to take my hat off to his zina, his darkness. People don't have to choose the light. Okay? And you know I had to donate to my brother. You know, I got to keep it 100. You know, I love him. I love when he's, if Drop was talking, I'd be donating to him. And whoever, you know. It's just who I am. My neighbor over there watches. I know you're gonna watch. He's gonna watch it later. He's working. He's on the other side over here. He's got I think a 4-bedroom condo. And he says, man, because he doesn't do it. He comes and he slaps 20 in my hand like every 4 or 5 days. He'll come up and say, hey, boy, what's up? He's Spanish. He's Ecuadorian. I'm Puerto Rican. What's up, bro? Got a big brown fro, you know. About my height, a little shorter. Stocky than a mug, you know. What's up, bro? I said, no. I know what he's doing. No. And he looks at me. And I give him a big old hug, you know, kissing me on the cheek, you know. It's like, hey, ¿qué pasa, amigo? You working on your Spanish? Eh, fair. You know, un poquito, you know. A little frío, but I'm caliente, just warming up to it. But, you know, I actually speak Spanish pretty good. But anyway. And he says, how come they don't donate? Nah. I said, man, listen, man, it's not about that. There are those who do. I'm not here to ostracize people, you know. He said, but you're a great speaker. I said, no, I'm not. I don't want to be great anything. I am magnificent as who I was created. And that's the most powerful advice or information one can have for themselves. To know that you are beyond this word beautiful. To know that you're beyond a construct, a narrative, You don't have to be subjugated to anybody's tumultuous existence. You don't have to parlay in that falsitude or narrative. They will be their own enemies, and they will continue to kill themselves. Excuse my language. I don't want to talk violence at all or anything. But you know, they will continue, excuse me, I shouldn't have said it that way. They will continue to exact some idea of revenge by harming one another and not knowing that they're harming themselves. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's just a beautiful thing. I think it's magnificent. It's beyond any word that I can actually come up with. You know what I'm saying? And there are people who go around, they're always looking for somebody to say something magnificent. When I wake up in the morning and go, oh, that's magnificent. When I decide to tone it back and to bring it to another place, is by choice, because I know that I can put on a show. I'm aware of what I'm capable of. But being aware of what you're capable of doesn't mean that you should be able to, or be one with yourself, where you can be stationary, meaningful, with dignity and politeness. I want to drive away those who fear the most with fear, so that they can turn around and realize that they have no fear. And then when they come back, there'll be something in them that sees a little different. I don't have to make anybody see anything. I can push people out and push them away. And then while they're away, I have already said something. You know, they say the plant a seed. Sometimes there's not enough water. Sometimes the soil is not too fertile. Or the tender is intending. Well, in that, there are times when the rainfall comes. The soil becomes fertile. It actually always is. And the tender is tending unaware, and has always been, but in a wrong capacity. That's what I do. It is a choice, but it was always by design. See, the enemy believes they can kill what was by design. And if that wasn't the case, they wouldn't be attempting to create a new world order that has nothing to do with harmony, balance, dignity, niceties, or the beauty of it. They believe that they are the lie they have grafted and scripted themselves into. And they will have you speak those false words to give it strength. See, by you knowing that you are the true Judean or Atlantean, there is nothing no one can do nor take away from you. It doesn't matter whether they are or not, but you. And know that you have been utilized to put you in purgatory should be of the most importance. Because see, when you realize that, you start to remove yourself from purgatory and realize there is nothing they can do to you. There is absolutely nothing. And then when you realize that, then you start to rise above the occasion. And the occasion not being one that you were asked to be at. In no way, shape, or form. And then when you realize that this is not the banquet, the hall, or the ball that you were meant to be in, you definitely don't have to stick your head in the hole for the continuous repetition of pies thrown in your face by those who never accomplish anything but other than picking up a custard pie and throwing it in your face, dirty in your eyes, and laughing all the while. In your existence, you are now aware that you created everything you see. I'm gonna read one more thing. You know, I'm gonna go ahead and read some of the things and talk to them too. Talk to you. Let me tap on this. This is Psalms, just to let you know, okay? Chapter 82, verse 6. So some of you already know. On Facebook, they used to get so upset with me, the preachers and everybody, and be like, how is he sitting there without a book, knowing all these chapters? And I've read it so many times. Psalms, chapter 82, verse 6, King James. I have said ye are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High. The creator of creation is no God. He's like Paraplax. He is existence. It is. We don't need to label it. It is fine. Do you think that it would mind whether you called it it? Do you think it has to think to establish you or order? Do you think that you are not part of the foundation of his creation? That which exacted everything and ordained it as it is. You know, people walk around when they see me and I'm talking about what we created, and then they realize, okay, well, I ain't create nothing. Oh no, you didn't create nothing, but you create life. The thing is, it's the direction you give it and what you do to life that will become your purgatory. Do I need to go back to thorns and thistles? But you must remember, those two individuals, and not that those slight, were very dark melanated carbon, so dark that they were like light. That if you were to see them now, who knows, they were probably 100 feet tall. There's no telling. And they were so magnificent and so brilliant that you wouldn't even be able to look upon them until you make change. I want to read the full chapter if it's all right. And I will use God and Lord, I will use the terms because it is fine. You can interpret however you choose. God standeth in the congregation of the mighty. He judges among the God. Listen to me, because I know you never read this or paid attention to it. Again, Psalms chapter 82. Okay? And we're going to take it from the top. God standeth in the congregation of the mighty. He judgeth among the gods. How long will ye judge unjustly and accept the persons of the wicked? Selah. Defend the poor and fatherless. Do justice to the afflicted and needy. Deliver the poor and needy. Rid them out of the hand of the wicked. They know not, neither will they understand. They walk on in the darkness. All the foundation of the earth are, listen to this, out of course. I have said, ye are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High. But ye shall die like men, and fall like one of the princes. Arise, O God, judge the earth, for thou shalt inherit all nations. So gods, what is wrong with you? And it's not a crayon color. We have many gods. We are more than man and woman. I tell you, we are sentient. And just because they want to poison everything doesn't mean that you have to fall to the calamity of it. You can write by thought, and even in your existence, to rise above it all. Whether here in the physical or like powder. Powder means energy. If that's not the case, then why would they put it in a light bulb? It absorbs, right? Isn't everything energy? Hey, Rondo, Simonius, know those three rocks? And everybody says, how did they become magnetized? I have three rocks that have been there since I moved here, where I ground. and they have not moved since. The dog that went and peed on them and knocked it over. I love all animals. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. It was found not too far away. So everybody walks by there and they're scared. And that says, why are you scared? Most people are scared of what they don't know. I studied the cult because the cult is not what you think it is. It has been perverted. So do not ever mess with it. Never. When somebody says they want to read tarot cards, no, unnecessary. If you don't have the forward to be able to see and understand these things that create the chaos, you stay away from them. You are the light and the life of existence. And they had to darken it while you were asleep. That's why I say we are eternally bonded. I don't use the words love. I've been reading books from the so-called 5th and 6th century where evil, and y'all saw me reading it, E-V-O-L, became love. Evil. They just flipped it around because there's no word for love. There was those who were in position and they misused their position. There is order. Order doesn't need a label, a name. Otherwise, we wouldn't be speaking this language, speaking like channeling and casting spells upon selves and one another. That's why it's important to become and study a linguist or move beyond it and realize that you don't have to relegate yourself to this. Hey, Carol, man, what's up? Beloved T. Hans, Ocelot, Delusions. I meant to say hello. I am Baby Girl Slaughter, Herbo, Scott. What's going on, beloveds? How y'all doing? It's good to Lucy Rose. How you doing, beloved? Just want to make sure I shout everybody out that's in here. Okay. All right. Now I can catch up with y'all. I'm on the internet and it just popped. Y'all just popped up. And get that sun. Get out there and do light exercises, do heavy, hard exercises. If you feel like you're about to, that means that you're allowing the enemy's narrative to be the focus in your mind and you're not paying attention to you. So what you think and how you process it is how it's formulated. And there's no gratuity in that because it doesn't serve self. You must rise above the occasion. You must not move in fear. Let fear itself. Remove it and strike it from your tongue. For even its vibration and frequency has no meaning. So if it has no meaning in a frequency and a vibration other than chatter, then it is meaningless. Marcus, what's up, beloved? These things are paramount and important. The most important thing in this world are the children, and they must be safe. And they must have a voice. And if you can't be there to guide them, then that's when you pray. That's when you pray. And all praying is, do you know what it is? It is giving energy to things that are meaningful. For those things will be rewarded. I want to read this to you, okay? And I hope you really enjoy me being able to pull this stuff up and we want this little weird internet. So I want to read, and this, when it says New Testament, and trust in me, those are just labels. New, old, it matters and it matters not. Because for them to juggle things around and to make everything like a puzzle that where the corners and certain middle parts are thrown away or burnt. So you're always attempting to find it to finish the puzzle when the puzzle doesn't require you to finish it. You are the major piece. So I want to go to Matthew chapter 5, verse 5. Okay? And what I'm going to do is because I don't get into all the different versions they have, because that's more per versions, okay? I'm just going to go, I would go to the Berean library to utilize it, because I have the book and the Apocrypha as well, which I've cross-referenced. What is wrong? Anyway, no focus. Let me go ahead and get into it, okay? The Beatitudes, Psalms, chapter 1, 1 through 6, and Luke 6:20, chapter 6, 20 through 23. Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. What do you think heaven is? Why do you think they say heaven on earth? No, it's a game. But blessed are the poor in spirit. Are they really poor in spirit, or are they meant to be looked upon as that they are poor in spirit, when those who are doing the judging and looking upon those who have less are actually the ones who are poor in spirit? So blessed is the, pay attention, blessed are the poor in spirit. Those are the ones who you think have it all. Blessed are they that mourn, for they shall be comforted. Those who mourn are confused and conflicted. I mourn not no more, because I'm aware. So it's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. Do you know what meek means? Well, it sure ain't the five women going to Freaknik, putting on the same booty shorts and no drawers, wearing the same perfume. That's not meek. Do you think the earth is meant for such things? Synthetic in your hair, BBLs, erectile dysfunction, getting plastic tubes and little squeezy pouches. You think that there's nothing wrong with you. There's something wrong with the system, because the system is outside of order. Be comfortable in your steed. Have no fear. Be meek. Humble yourself. You are not poor. You are a walking, sentient being, if you want to use the word being. We're going to use that, even though I don't like the word. You are sentient. Blessed are the merciful, for they shall obtain mercy. Do not run around as you did when you were a youngling, broken, tempted to satisfy yourself in a world where there's no way to be satisfied, because it is not yours. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. You will, when you become pure, when you realize that you have been living a lie, the next time you gaze into the water or the mirror, you will see God. You will see who you truly are. It's formulated to have you look outside of yourself. Everything is within. If it wasn't, then how could they corrupt you? Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of God. I would love to see my children, the ones who I brought, my younger brother and sister, who I helped to assist into this world, know that they are gods among gods. As yours should see you walk high and mighty as you are. Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. The earth is an expanse. Remember, you were taught this is infinite? It means a continuous circle? That is not infinite. That stops. Show me where it continues. Infinite is an expanse, as it's written. I'll pull that up. It is forever. You have no idea of the heaven you are on and the God you are meant to explore it and enjoy it. And all of it, with no fear, no reprehension, but we are broken. And our bodies have been destroyed. I don't give it no energy. But when you start to realize these things, you come around and you start making these photonic corrections. You do. Blessed are ye when men shall revile you, or revile you, and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you. These are men, not gods. Against you falsely for my sake, for creation's sake. Who would want to undo creation? And that's why I say no, which is darkness. Rejoice and be exceeding glad. That it means beyond happy, gay, enlightened, joyful, whatever. There's no real word for it. For great is your reward in heaven, for so persecuted they the prophets which were before you. The prophets are the truth sayers. The vile and evildoers are the naysayers. Two sides to every coin. I hope that was some clarity. Now, I would say you can interpret it how you choose, but I would inform you to be careful. First, see yourself for who you truly are. And if you don't like what you see, then you correct it. Why am I always saying you have choices? How easy we forget. Scripture. I could break out the Torah. I had the PDF. For those who get into those. I just enjoy to read them because I read these and know these things from all around the world. And I express to you that you are gods. You are sentient. You are not mortal. That is a spell. Look it up. You are sentient. You are not mortal. Okay? You're just a little weak. And I don't have to give energy to. That is a fact. And I just wanted to come on and do that. I got to run out real quick, and then I'll be right back. Set up. And we'll get our beautiful read on. We're almost done with first book of Heaven Bearers, exposing the exposition of 18th. Anyway, we're about almost 3/4 away. And I appreciate y'all taking the time. And if anybody donated, appreciate you. I'm gonna play a little music and we're gonna get out of here. I appreciate you guys. I'd rather give you something that you could benefit from. And like so many others, we are all parts of the puzzle. It's a beautiful thing. When you realize the puzzle isn't that big, and there really aren't that many pieces.
It went from he say, she say, to she heard, he heard. It's C level, not C curve. Bass travel, reverb. This a proverbial preverb. Cheap talk versus deep words is either be cool or be nerds. We were both, but from the latter, I deferred. I thought to keep her the former. I preferred. Ended up in prison though. Didn't see my children grow. Once my sentence finished, Joe the guards and fence diminished. Yo, it's the bars of a musician with vision, ambition of a freedom without state or religion. My mission, get the youth, including my sons, to listen. The 5D ascension we will bring into fruition. This through due diligence, unity, discipline, truth more eccentric than superstition. Between right and almost right, know the difference. Learn from my lessons, don't produce poor decisions. I done did the gang bang, my last cycle was gang gang. What was meant to kill me, birth a new me, now I brain bang to brain change. Skip the sweatless shortcuts, educated ignorance beget steps to the short bus. Planned Parenthood was meant to abort us, but a parenthood that's planned is intended to reward us. Fruit of her womb and a man's glory. Through him with a vaccine and a death mandatory. No one's coming to save me. I gotta stand up for me. Plus, they're not gonna give up the land for free. The agenda is simple. Upgrade the simulation. Keep us distracted through sensory stimulation. If you fear mongering, then slim you faking. Televised vision with that film you making. I turn my gang signs into mudras. Alignments, the assignment I expose you. Buddha set fire to your chapters, verses, IS and surahs. When it's all over, I'ma give a big hoorah. Nah, I mean amen, cause that's who I is. Sooner or later, you'll realize that I'm is. The time is now. The word of this song is heat. Bro star, solar flares, what my rhyme is. The vision board is what my timeline is. The world governments are guilty. The crime is, well, y'all got the list. I ain't got to speak on it. Most y'all adept at research. Y'all teach on it. Constitution permits, put freedom of speech on it. Distance is an illusion, so I got my reach on it. The world is nothing but a stage of deceivers, reptilian shapeshifters, and an array of creatures. My big mom on my mama's side is a weaver. I'm the son of the great mother. This the age of ether.
Thanks, girl, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, Herb, you already know. Hey, man. Ganja. Yeah, Lucy, we gonna bump it, baby. T. Hines, boy, y'all, I know y'all ready to come on, man. You already know, man. Woo-woo. Like Pistons, baby. Start looking like that fake Greek stuff.
This for my aunt, baby.
Woo!
And the elder roaster. I phoned you. This for y'all. Babalawo indoctrinated with the art of divination, power of Olarumari and Arun Mila through initiation. The ether system, ancestor spoke, said this my proper station. Words and manifestation that speak truth, my proclamation. Came to earth with my calabash. Destiny in handle, I had a blast with the bags, cash in my past life. New hourglass, time to flabbergast. Mastered the craft, subtract trash, set forces in motion. On this path to determine future evolution. After I cast, add the math. Sound of my name in the ground and tremble my glory. Great astounds the simple souls that relate. Profound and nimble, sacred as shit, royal crown and splendor. Move from body to ether.
Hey, I'm gonna get up and start doing the running, man.
Unlike you proud deceivers, no one can stop me neither. The more I sacrifice, the more powerfully I excel with my dilagoon. Spiritual guys, cowrie shell, flowery smell, preparation, foreplay, divination is the doorway.
So I wanted to watch the kids get out of school and sit out here and make sure everybody was good. They got all the kids. You know that I'm eternally bonded to y'all. Cure Meal had a live up. We sitting out in the yard where he lives at. It was magnificent. Check the brother out, support the brother. Check the 432 drop. Check out all the brothers doing their thing. Delusions of Humanity, check them out. Support the brother's channel. Original Lone Wolf got a channel. If he ain't putting nothing up, I beloved, you still go and support it. Go back and watch his videos. I'm watching his videos over because it's counted every time you watch, and it doesn't hurt. And I appreciate you. No shenanigans, no finagling, no funny language, no nothing. It doesn't matter what's going on in this world. What matters is what's going on with you. So stop letting things go on with you that don't partake, mean anything to you, or have nothing to do with you. You involve yourself in that calamity. And then you'll start learning a new language. Appreciate y'all. It's nothing but mad respect.